Restaurant recommendation chatbot presented by Sahil Kolvarkar, roll number 31, Akshay Galgali, roll number 32, and Ajinkya Jadhav, roll number 33. I am Akshay Galgali, roll number 32. A chatbot is an artificial intelligence software that simulates a conversation with a user in natural language through messaging application. And in our case, it is done through Telegram. Restaurant recommendation chatbot is a form of artificial intelligence that can perform basic functions and interact with users who are in search for best restaurant. Further, the restaurant recommendation chatbot is programmed to work independently from the human operator. It answers the question formulated to it in natural language and responds like a real person. It provides the responses based on user's wish, on type of cuisine he or she likes, and on the location that the user wants to visit, by which the chatbot responds the user's request with recommending numerous restaurants along with their ratings and also provides a Zomato link of each restaurant in case the user want to order online. Moving on, let's see the working of the chatbot. We have integrated our chatbot with Telegram, which will be later explained by Sahil Kolwata. Firstly, we have to start Telegram and search for our bot, which is Bhojan bot. So we search for our bot and click on it. So to activate the bot, we have to type a welcome message, which is hi or hey. So we type hi, and that the chatbot responds it with the welcome message, which is hello, I am Bhojan bot. What do you wish to have today? In which it asks for a cuisine type that we like. So in which we respond with an Indian. So as a response, chatbot gives or asks for a location that we want to see the restaurant, in which we enter location as Malad. So I'm to tap I want Malad. So the bot responses with the numerous restaurant along with their Zomato link and ratings and address. So if we click on the link in of Cafe Noor, it redirects to the Zomato link of the restaurant in which we get more information about the cafe which we are looking for and also the rating and reviews. So this was it for the introduction. Further intents will be explained by Ajinkya Jadhav.
Hello, my name is Ajinkya Jadhav, rule number 33. Uh, to talk about intents, an intent is used to categorize the end user's intention for one conversation term. For an particular agent, there can be multiple intents or multiple intentions that could be triggered. So how these intents are triggered? When a user says something, we called it as an expression. This expression is then matched with the best intent, and this matching is called as intent classification. So there are a few components in an intent, which I would tell about it further. So for the welcome intent, we have roughly around 17 intents in our chatbot. The first intent that is shown to the user is called as the welcome intent, and here, if we see at the welcome intent, we have a few things such as the training phases, action parameters, and responses. To talk about the training phases, these are the expressions or the word phrases that the user would say, and based on these, this intent would be triggered. So when the user says hi, hello, howdy, I am hungry, I want food, this intent would be triggered. So based on this input, we supposedly reply the user with a response called in this case there could be multiple types of response. You could have a custom response or a JSON in JSON format too. So we have used a text response known as here, as you can see, hello, I'm Bhojan bot, what do you wish to have today, and with the multiple type of cuisines that are provided. When this intent is done and the user then again tries to enter another thing, So what we have used is a follow-up intent. So what a follow-up intent does is, it is type of a hierarchy that is followed. After welcome, he would then give us the cuisine, and in return, after the cuisine, he would give us the location. So this is an hierarchy of follow-up intents. So the first follow-up intent, the first set of follow-up intents that are, as you can see here, are Chinese, Indian, Mexican, and continental. So when the user, if the user wants to supposedly say wants to have Mexican food, so he'll text Mexican here, and as you can see, we have again have training phrases. So I wish spicy Mexican, I want Mexican taco, or how about Mexican? So based on this training phrases, again we have a few responses, but a few things that are added in this intent are actions and parameters. So what an action and parameter is, based as you can see here, the Mexican is the keyword, and based on this, we are going to display him the restaurant and the location. So here the parameter is QZ, and we have selected it as required so that it is essential. And if the user per se does not enter it by default, we have also given him or her a prompt. Please enter what you would like to have today. So after that, to move on, another thing that we have introduced in this particular intent and upcoming follow-up intents are context. What an context is, it takes, there are two types of context. One is an input context and an output context. What an input context is, the intent that was before it, it would become it the input, and the intent that is going to be triggered after the input is given is called as output context. So after this intent is triggered, we'll have a Mexican follow-up intent with a lifespan too, so it could be done for 2 times. So after this intent, the user has another follow-up intent, set of follow-up intents such as Jogeshwari, Goregaon, and Malad. Based on the input that the user provides about the location, we would again give him a typical response. So the training phases here are search Jogeshwari, how about Jogeshwari, and so on. And here the keyword is Jogeshwari, or the parameter rather is Jogeshwari. So the parameter name we have, as we know, is location, and about entities would be later on explained by Sahil Kolvalkar. If this is a required field, because we want the user to always send us the location, and if in case he fails, we have another prompt. And though, as you can see, as this is the last intent, and after this we don't have we don't have to drive the conversation, so there are no output context, and the welcome Chinese fall, it is the input to this is the previous one. And as you see, this is the last intent, so we have set it as the end of conversation. So in this text response, we have provided user with a few responses, and that I guess that's it for the intent and the entities, and the how to integrate the bot with the Telegram would be further explained by Sahil Kolvalkar. Over to you, Sahil.
I am Sahil Kulwalkar. I'll be speaking about entities. Essentially, entities are Dialogflow's mechanism for identifying and extracting useful data from users' input. So, in this chatbot, we have added two entities, which are location and cuisine, as you can see on the screen. This means that the bot requires the location of the user as well as the cuisine preference of the user to return a list of restaurants around the user. We have added four types of cuisine in this bot, such as Mexican, Chinese, Indian, and continental. Also, we have added three locations which the bot functions for now, which are Goregaon, Malad, and Jogeshwari. This list of location can be increased to support more locations in the future, and this can be done very easily. We have also used the synonyms mechanism to map similar requests to the same entity type. For example, Malad East or Malad West essentially means that the user is looking for a restaurant in Malad. Moving on, I'll be explaining about integration of the Telegram bot. To integrate the Telegram bot, we have to open the bot father interface on Telegram. As you can see on the screen. Okay, so once you open the bot father interface, now what bot father is, it is a bot creation tool of Telegram. With this, we can create and control the parameters of the Telegram bot. Okay, so once the bot father is opened, you can click on start. Now click on new bot / new bot. Give a suitable name to your bot. Once that is done, give a suitable unique username to the bot. It should be unique and it should end with bot. Now the bot father will respond with a API key to you. You have to copy this API key and paste it in the Dialogflows interface. Go to integration section, choose Telegram and paste the key here. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
So with this, we have learned about how to develop a Hotmail recommendation system, the intents that are used, how the follow-up intents work, how entities work,